you, Dr. Theophilus. This is a very good question. In verse 4, when Jesus told her, "What I have to you, woman, my hour doesn't come yet." So, can we understand from this that Mary, the mother of Jesus, made his hour to come earlier than it should be, and she started from this time on to calculate the hours or the days or whatever before Jesus being crucified? So the mic is yours.
Jesus good question, Jesus often used this expression, "My hour has not yet come," or "my time has not yet come." John chapter 7, verse 6, John chapter 7, verse 8, and also verse 30. And then again in John 8, verse 20. But when he gets close to the crucifixion, when the cross is in the immediate future, Jesus said, "The hour has come that the Son of Man should be glorified." That's in John 12, verse 23. Similar statements then occur in John 12:27, 13:1, 16:32, and 17, verse 1. All of those in anticipation and close to his crucifixion. I'm not sure that Mary knew that Jesus was going to be crucified. The words of Simeon at the time of his circumcision, he said, "And a sword shall pierce through your soul also." But it was not specific what this sword would be, the specific sorrow or grief or what trouble that would come. It seems strange to us, but not even the disciples of Jesus expected his crucifixion. We know this because only near the end of his ministry did he start speaking about his crucifixion, and when he told the disciples, "We must go to Jerusalem, and there the Son of Man will suffer many things at the hands of the priests and others, and be crucified, and on the third day rise again," they were shocked. And they even, I think, appointed Peter to go to Jesus and talk him out of it. And Peter puts his arm around Jesus and said, "Now, Lord, we know you're discouraged. Looks kind of bad. Many of your disciples have left you. But we're not going to let this happen to you. No way is this going to happen." And so I don't think Mary specifically knew what Jesus meant when he talked about "my hour." But in all these things that happen, there's a gradual revealing of God's glory. As John had said, we beheld his glory, the glory of the only begotten Son of the Father, full of grace and truth. But this revelation of his glory, that is, of his inner greatness, his power, his purity, his love, it was something that shone ever greater and brighter. But the supreme manifestation of God's glory came in the crucifixion and the resurrection. And so, was Mary trying to hurry up the day of his crucifixion? No. She definitely knew, I believe, that he was the Messiah. But like all Jewish people, they expected him to become the king and to enter on his throne and so forth. And in order to do that, his disciples, and I assume Mary and others, expected that he use his powers and make ever greater manifestations of his power so that people would welcome him as their king. And Mary definitely knew that he could do this. But as a mother, she was used to telling him what to do. And she didn't, in so many words, command him to do it, but it amounted to the same thing. She knew he had the power. She knew he could do things like this, and she said, "Hey, there's a lack. Take care of it." That was the assumption beside her words. I hope this is helpful. You don't have to agree with me on my interpretation of these things. I'll be glad to listen to anybody's opinion, and we'll all have to decide the best we can.